Like, we hadn't heard of Fran Brown before late November. It turned out we were the last to know. Everybody else knows who Fran Brown is. One of them included is Braylen Ingraham. Started his career at Alabama, was there, just a sea of injuries. Eventually, he was medically disqualified. Transferred here to Syracuse, got re-qualified. Played last year, all season. Still, effective injuries, but he's in the mix, playing ball here. Here's my conversation from earlier this morning after practice with Braylen. Well, Braylen Ingraham is our guest here, and, man, here we go, year 2 in the Q's. You've been in college for a long time now, man. Wow. Come from Bama. What's this ride been like for you? What is it, 5, 6 years? I've lost count here.
Going on 6. I ended up missing 2 years, so it's really for like 4, but I've been in college for 6 years.
Okay, and you battled injuries at Alabama, got to play here. What's that process like? It's got to be frustrating, right, to be there and not be able to play?
Yeah, I hate how things went at Bama. I wish I could have, did things differently, but I'm glad I got another opportunity to be able to play. And this year, I feel like I'm gonna be make my name bigger this year, make an impact.
How's the body now? You feeling good, 100%? How much you hanging in there right now?
I still get a little sore, but I feel way healthier than I've ever been.
Sore, but on the field is a much better way to be than you were the last couple of years. All right, so take me through this process. You're at Bama, Nick Saban. We know what Bama football is. You transfer in here last year to Dino. Now it's Fran Brown. How has it been, those 3 head coaches all in a row?
I'd say Fran is he's probably one of my favorite coaches I ever had, him and Coach E. It's kind of similar to Bama, how they run things here, and I like it a lot. It's a lot of structure, it's a lot of competitiveness, and I like it a lot.
That's what I was going to ask you, because, obviously, the Nick Saban way is kind of well known. Fran was coaching with Kirby Smart. Yeah. They're doing the same deal. How similar is just the process you guys go through here to what you did at Bama?
I'll say it's just not about football here. It's about, becoming a husband, becoming a father. It's bigger than football here, so I'm glad I'm able to have Coach Fran. You know what's funny? Coach Fran gave me my first offer in high school. Really? Yeah, so it's like a small world.
Where was he at then? Was that Temple, Baylor? Where was he at?
He's at Temple.
Okay, so man, that turns
That's
around.
Crazy, yeah.
And he's a guy, and you can really speak to this because that's years ago now. He talks about relationships, keeping in touch, all of that. Yeah. How fast did you kind of fall back in with him now? 5, 6 years later.
It's crazy because I almost forgot it's been so long. Then I had to remember. I said Fran Brown. That name sounds so familiar. So I called my high school coach. He was like, "Yeah, you remember Fran Brown? He gave you your first offer." I was like, "Wow, that's crazy." But yeah, he's a great dude.
All right, why do people like Fran so much? I mean, I haven't talked to a guy that doesn't like this guy yet.
He's very relatable. He's a very funny dude. You can't not like him. It's impossible.
All right, we haven't really seen him cracking jokes. What's he doing funny behind the scenes?
He'll just good at be talking junk to us on the field and getting us ready. He try to mentally challenge us, be tougher and stuff. So it'd be funny sometimes.
All right, so take me back to December. Coaching change happens. You've been through a lot, obviously, with injuries and transfer the last few years. What's that moment like for you? Because even though you knew Fran a little, that's a whole new thing, and you got decisions of your own to make.
I was honestly staying regardless. I would just want to see who was going to be a new coach, but it was just me being patient, not panicking and stuff. I've been through it before with D-line coaches.
Yeah, I think patience is not something we see a lot these days, right? It usually, a freshman sees coaching change, they're in the portal 4 minutes later. Yeah. How much was that patience learned from everything you've gone through?
Basically with me, medically retiring at Bama, that's how I learned my patience. I wanted to play that year, but things happened, so that time frame taught me how to be patient, not panicking, be focused, and everything happened for a reason. So time, basically yeah, that's it.
And now you're here, and now you saw it all come together. What was that like, December into January, watching people get to know Fran, watching the transfers come in? How did that process go for you guys as a team?
It went well. Our first interview with him, we knew he was serious about winning. So I think everybody was excited that we got a head coach, that was ready to win, ready to go to work. So I think it's good for the program, good for Syracuse for the future.
And that goes back to your time at Bama. Nick Saban, there's only one way, right? And that's to go win all the games out there. How much of that similar drive do you see in Fran and what he's putting on you guys right now?
Yeah, just how we practice. He wanted to make practice harder than games, and that's how it was at Bama. So I feel like we're going to win a lot of games this year, and you guys should be excited.
All right, so how hard has spring practice been?
Yeah, it's been really tough. We always hitting each other, trying to get each other tougher. We locking in, we getting better each and every day.
All right, and you know this too from being on the team last year and coming from where you came from. The last few months, the people are bigger around here. I don't know. The offensive linemen are growing. The defensive linemen, the Fadil Diggs and crew coming in here with you, they're getting bigger. What's that like literally for you guys in the trenches in practice? This has got to be a little different than it was a few months ago.
Yeah, it's the weight room guys. They be getting us better. I'm going through January, February. We've been lifting. We've been going crazy. And coaches, they giving us the right techniques, and we compete each and every day. So I'm glad for the strength staff as well.
Jackson Meeks, the Georgia guy, told me a few weeks ago that this is the hardest spring ball he's been through. Is that the same for you?
Yeah, weight room wise, oh my, it's been hard for me, but I think it's getting me better. I think this was a blessing in disguise, going through this, getting these coaches. And I feel like it's getting me much better for the season. So this is my last ride, so I need everything for the next level.
All right, Braylen Ingraham is with us. We got the spring game coming up on Saturday. Tell us a little bit about the football. You said you love Coach E. That's Elijah Robinson, your DC, who obviously works with you guys closely on the D-line. What is he like to work with on a day-to-day basis?
He's a really laid-back dude, which I like because I'm similar. And he teaches us very good technique, and he's been one of the best D-line coaches in the country, and I see why, because what we do in individuals and the drills we do, it translates to the field. So I'm making plays this spring, and I got Rashard going crazy right now. Everybody getting so much better, so I'm glad to see it.
All right, so Elijah's laid back. Nick Williams, who coaches the end guys, is maybe the most energetic human on earth. How infectious is that energy?
He's a very energetic dude, and he's funny as well. I like him. I like both of them, the combination of both. So I'm really glad they came here. Getting us better.
Give me a little X's and O's on the football. How different is your guys' job on the D-line this year in this new defense than the 3-3-5 the last couple of years?
We're striking a lot. We're not doing as much slanting. We actually taking on blocks, taking on double teams and slanting. We'll be able to pass rush. We're probably going to get a lot more sacks this year. And, we're playing more physical this year.
All right, Braylen Ingraham with us. I've asked a bunch of guys about this the last few weeks. The new NCAA video games coming out this summer. Did you send in the paperwork in 4 seconds immediately? How'd that go?
Oh, yeah, I did it quick. As soon as they sent it, I already sent my thing in already.
How excited are you to, get that game this summer and see your name on the screen?
Yeah, I bought a PS5 just so I can play it because I didn't have a system. I had a PS3. That's old, but I bought a PS4 and PS5 in January, so I'm ready to be in the game.
All right, looking forward to that this summer. You guys ready to yell at each other about rankings and all that stuff this summer?
Yeah, I'm gonna boost my rankings up anyways. I don't really care what I'm gonna be 9 out to myself. So
there you go. Got to have self-confidence if you're gonna make it work in a game. All right, so last few days here before the spring game comes up. What's the goal the rest of the week, and what do you guys want to show the public on Saturday?
Just how much better we got as a team and how serious we are for winning. We've been down a couple years, but this year we want to win the ACC and get a playoff spot. So I want to show the spring game that we're serious about winning.
All right, fun to hear the big goals. Fun to see him on Saturday. Braylen, thanks so much for a few.
No problem. Thank you.
There he is, Braylen Ingraham. Is it my goal to try to start an inter-team fight about their rankings in the college football game? No, because that's already going to happen. So we're stoking the fires, and we'll be able to loop back on that whenever the game comes out. What is this? July? When are they dropping this thing? It sounds like over the summer. I don't know if they've released an actual date yet.